Good morning, everyone. I'm Ms. Mack. I teach chemistry over the IB division. It's happy for me to share with you in this morning. I think all of you have had experiences of facing unfamiliar situations, like a new subject in school, taking up a new role, learning a new sport, or giving a speech in the public. How do you deal with them? Now, I give you 3 options. 1, feel easy and take them in the stride. 2, feel afraid and try to avoid and stay away from them. 3, feel hesitant and uneasy and doubt if I can do it. If you choose one, congratulations. Getting out of a routine is not easy to do. You can explore more about your strengths and weaknesses, and you can be forced to stretch yourself, push your limits, and become more than you were. If you choose 2 or 3, don't be discouraged and look down on yourself. It's so natural for a person to cling to what is familiar when faced unfamiliar situations, because you feel safe, comfortable, confident, and familiar. You can get things done and gain comfort and in control in your days. It's your comfort zone. I believe that everyone knows about comfort zone, and staying in the zone is no bad thing. It is an artificial boundary that a person feels secure, comfortable, safe, and in control when he or she in a situation. Within the zone, you will behave in a way that keeps you at a steadily low anxiety level. The places, people, things, and habits are all familiar to you. Physically, it's easy to move forward by a step. However, psychologically, it's not easy to do. You have to jump over those invisible hurdles you set yourself. Let me share one personal experience with all of you. Many years ago, when I finished my degree program, I was given a chance to further studies in a Master Medical Science program. I was very happy and excited because they showed that my ability was recognized. But at the same time, I felt hesitant, anxious, and frightened because it was new to me. And I was not confident enough. And I just thought I couldn't do it. And I used many irrational reasons to tell myself that I shouldn't accept the offer. And I struggled a lot and couldn't manage my emotions. Do you know what happened in the end? I turned down the offer. And you may ask whether I regret it. Now, I can honestly tell you, yes, I did. Now, but this regret has given me a valuable chance of reflecting on the incident and myself. And I made the following points. First, it's about uncertainty. This new course and unforeseeable situation made me feel worried and stressed because I had limited experiences in certain areas, together with limited perspective. This made me easily jump to conclusions and make assumptions about how the event was. And as a result, I became uncertain of the outcomes that might result if I took the action in that direction. I was afraid of such uncomfortable level of uncertainty. And the security didn't reside in anything outside of myself. Instead, it lied within me. Second, about failure. Being given a chance of exposing a new aspect, I set a very high expectation for myself, hoping to have a good performance in that area. This is not just for my own account, but for others as well. I don't want to disappoint anyone. And more importantly, I was afraid of how others think of me if I failed. This caused me a high level of stress, and my mind was flooded with a very strong thoughts. I can only succeed without fail. I think many of you know that when you try new things, you will have a very high chance of failure. When this happened, I was pretty hard on myself, and it's difficult for me to face and accept the failure. And fear of the failure at that time was a big obstacle to me to step out my comfort zone. Third, about pain. Learning a new thing is a hard and time-consuming work, but it can expand my horizon and lead me to grow and improve. But what makes that little step so difficult? The answer is, doing so will make me experience pain and discomfort. Pain may be physical pain, emotional pain of feeling awkward and clumsy at doing something new, pain of discipline and sacrifice. However, at that time, I couldn't or even was not willing to put up with the pain of change. Once I recognize and I'm aware of the obstacles that prevent me from moving out my comfort zone, I gradually identify my strengths and limitations, and I can achieve more than I expect. I can experience the joy and the satisfaction of personal growth and understanding. Some years later, there was another chance. This time, after spending time on facing and overcoming the above psychological barriers and talking with my family and friends, I took up the challenge. And I finally completed a master program last year. And this experience allows me to bear in mind three important aspects when facing challenging and unfamiliar situations in the future. First, facing and accepting the fear of uncertainty and failure. Facing doubt and uncertainty is not easy. It's so natural to feel anxious and frustrated. The key is to remind yourself that these feelings are normal and likely to be temporary. Besides, it's inevitable that you will make mistakes when you explore a new thing. And failures leave you bitter, miserable, and depressed. Failure is a part of your life. It's not a loss, but a gain. You learn, you grow, and you transformed. You have to learn to deal with the failure by realizing that is an indispensable prerequisite for growth and success. Second, time. The process of adjusting to or getting familiar with a new situation requires time. You can try to encourage yourself to be patient with this experience and not be overly critical of yourself, especially your expectation cannot be met. Finally, support from family and friends. Having family and friends in whom I can confide in. I can trust them and their opinions, and they can serve as good listeners. They are able to be rational when my emotions are flaring. They sometimes help me to weigh the pros and the cons of my decision objectively, and this allows me to make more rational decisions. To end, I want to share with you a quote that impresses me so much. You are confined by the boundaries that you set yourself. The mind creates the cage. Set yourself free and move out of your comfort zone. Thank you.